Have you ever wondered in Minecraft what it takes to build something like this? Where do you start? What tips and tricks do you need to be a master builder? Welcome guys, my name is Andy and I'm going to try and explain some of the tips of one of the world's best Minecraft builders, Ustin-Jay, and he builds for a build team called Game Mode 1, and the stuff that they come up with is absolutely unbelievable. This video will be 5 tips from Ustin-Jay and myself. We've kind of worked together to figure out what are the best tips of building in Minecraft. By the way, this is something that Ustin-Jay made himself. That previous castle was Frostfall, as detailed on Minecraft.net. Links down below to one of Game Mode's amazing projects. But Ustin made this. It's an incredible room. All these pictures have been rendered, which makes them look amazing, but still, where do we start? Let's have a look behind the scenes. This is one of Ustin's planned builds. This is his plan. This is how he does it. Can you work out what the main tip would be? Have a look. How is he doing it? Tip number 1. Mass out the main structure. Use wool or gold or emerald, something nice and bright. As you can see, the top of this tower is yet to be finished off, and it's just the main structure of it in gold. And then Ustin will come along later and turn it into stairs, turn it into slabs, turn it into the exact color palette that he wants. The main structure, though, of the whole build was in maybe lapis or emerald. There you can see it in diamond, gold, and emerald on the right-hand side, and that tower on the left-hand side gets changed into quartz, brick, stone, prismarine, and so on. So use these massing out blocks. Here's a great picture. You can see the before tower on the left and the finished tower on the right. Plan in ordinary, easy blocks, and then go in and add your detail and add your perfect color palette. This has some advantages. It lets you get the overall shape and scale of the build into proportion before you actually add too much detail, which takes quite a long time. So you could get carried away building a tower on the left hand side of your build and realize it's gone way too big and it is mismatched for the rest of the build. But this massing out lets you construct the entire castle or whatever you're building in a way that lets you get the overall shape and feel of your build and saves you time later on. Massing. Tip number 1. Tip 2 would be make a model or a sketch first of your entire build. For example, here is a pyramid build featured on my channel. I have a tutorial and a speed time-lapse of this build if you would like to check that out. Links down below. This is designed by Daniel Walk, but this could easily have been made with a model first. So the sandstone mini pyramid represents the massive pyramid, and simple yellow blocks of wool represent the outer buildings. Now then what you could do is take one of those outer buildings, which is represented by just 3 blocks of wool, and make a slightly bigger model for one part of it before you build it. So here's this colonnaded section here, which has got 5 columns, and I can make a slightly bigger model just out of nice coloured wool, and then build it up into this big one right here. People who build little houses, even modern houses, traditional houses in Minecraft, often use models as well. And it lets you get an overall feel, again, for the structure and shape. And it's maybe something you would do first before the tip 1, actually, before massing out. You could also do a sketch. And what's useful when doing a sketch in Minecraft is to get hold of some isometric paper. And this is paper which has got little triangles on it. And it's easy to build using those little triangles to construct a picture just like this. So hopefully you'll agree. Tip 2 is a pretty good tip. Make some models. Tip 3 is all about your choices of colours. Are you going to make it multicolored? Is it going to be monotone? Well, mostly the advice, though you can break the rules, is 2 or 3 complementary colours and 1 contrasting colour. So let me show you an example of what Ustin-Jay is doing on his build to incorporate that tip. Oh, bumped my head. There we go. So down here we've got some complementary colours. We've got the brick and we've got the granite here, and it goes well with the grey. So it's grey, it's granite, it's white as well. What do we have in here? We've got white concrete as well. White, grey and red all just goes together very nicely, very easy, very pleasing on the eye. Nothing jarring, nothing contrasting too much. But then he's taken that complementary colours that work well together and just pleasing on the eye, and he's joined it up with something quite contrasty. This amazing block, this prismarine brick here, very green, looking very special indeed. And it really sets off the build. It makes it look very, very fancy, as if the person who's built this amazing castle or whatever it is, has spent a lot of money on the roof. And really is rich and it's luxurious, and that's the kind of feel that obviously this person is going for in this fantasy build. So Ustin-Jay, master builder, putting his own tips into practice. Here we can see some whites and greys at the base of this build, and then again green, the flavour of the month. This colour has been used for the roof with a little touch of detail on the doors in brown. Another amazing build here by the talented Daniel Walk. Of course, rules are meant to be broken, and let's see what happens when you don't follow that advice. And this is another build by Daniel Walk, and he's just gone for complementary colours, colours that blend well together. Greys, blacks and whites. And what's the effect? Well, it's the effect he was going for in this futuristic space age kind of snowy build. It all just looks like it's blending in together and very white, disguised and atmospheric, just exactly what he was after. Tip 4, you're gonna need to get good at roofs. So what do I mean by that? Well, be prepared to go up in different amounts of blocks. Here we're going up in 2s, like that, horizontal 2s. Here's a very simple roof, just going up in 1s. This one's very flat in 3, 4, 3. This one here is going up in 2s. Different pitches, different angles give you different effects and different looks, and it really does provide a lot of easy detail by having different roof structures. There's one over here I wanted to show you, which is a nice popular roof here. This is going up in 2s, very simple, with some beautiful trim as well being planned out. You can really see the planning and massing stages of this roof here. That's probably before, and this would be after. Isn't that great to see the before and after? Wonderful, wonderful roofs. And down here you've got a little mini roof as well. So yeah, practice roofs. And don't think that Ustin finds it terribly easy to do roofs. He's just been doing it a long, long time, many, many years. And you can see he's practicing off to one side here to get a diagonal roof here done. This one going up in a very special arrangement. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5 as well. Wow, what an incredible roof. Yeah, it's going to take time to get good at roofs, that is for sure. Whether you're going up in 1s, 2s, 3s, horizontal, vertical, the choice is yours. But blending these roofs together, that's where the skill comes in. The tip is, go for it. Absolutely go for it and see what happens. Tip 5, build up a big collection of details which you can use over and over again in your builds, a reference collection. So I've got some little tips here from Ustin-Jay, which we're going to build just now and learn how to do some of his detailing. I don't think it's copying, and I think you should go round servers like Builders Refuge, mc.buildersrefuge.com, my server, play.usetheblocks.net if you're interested in houses and cities, and try and take an idea from each person you get. Take a screenshot, maybe come back to your own plot. You can get a plot in My World, you can get a plot on Builders Refuge as well, and just start to build up some detail. The chances are you'll take an idea like this one from Ustin-Jay and you'll change it to make it your own idea. But first of all, you've got to take some inspiration. I don't think it's copying if you take one idea from each person and kind of adapt it, change it, modify it, and eventually the whole build becomes your own creation. So this is a little detail here where Ustin-Jay's got a tower. Now have a look at this tower. It's got a base here which is 9 blocks here of quartz with 4 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 9 again, and then 4 singles, 9 again, and 4 singles. So that's the base of the tower. And then centered right in the middle, he's got this group of 4 here, light grey concrete, separated by 3 straights. So you've got 3 straights in the middle, and then 3 little diagonals here. 4 diagonals, each of 3 blocks is what I'm meaning to say. So it's a really simple tower, but I thought it was kind of genius how Ustin's put detail there and there. So let me show you the simple detail to start with. Need some brick stairs and some light grey wool. So come up 2 blocks, and we're going to take out these 9 blocks here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. The kind of genius thing here is turning these into brick, and then just backing this up with some of the light grey wool. Again, look at the color palette, grey wool and light grey concrete. It's not by accident, it's a palette color choice. So there we go. So that's pretty easy, but how do you do it on the diagonal? So again, we need to make a break here up by 2 and just take away these 9 blocks like that. And then we're going to start with facing this one in the way, and this one upside down and upside down like that. So that's it pretty much done already. We need to put a block here and here just to disguise the stairs, and then on the inside it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. And then from over here it looks really cool. So that tower, as you go around the tower, it kind of looks round, it kind of looks 3D. So a really nice tip. I'd never seen this one before. I particularly like that. I think it looks awesome. So that's a little tower. What do we have around here? I like these little baubles that you had, little sticky up flourishes on his build. So let's learn how to do this one. So we're going to start with a little base, could be anything. I think he had some quartz as a base, but I wanted to make it so you could see exactly what I'm doing. So it's a little 5x5 base here, and the 5x5 base is going to start with little 3x3 quartz stair build. So we're going to have to start with upside down quartz stairs, and you're just going around like this to make 8 of these blocks in a little square like that. So it's upside down quartz in a square, and then correct the way up quartz stairs. Of course, it could be sandstone, it could be nether brick stairs, could be whatever you want depending on the palette choice that you've got. We're going to need some blocks of quartz, a couple of them, and then our bauble. So the bauble is just in fact, we're going to go like that again, another block, and we're going to go, in fact, I think we can go for another block. 3 blocks in total. We miss a gap of 1, and then here we just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then finish it off up top. 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you think? It's easy detailing for your big epic mansion, castle, medieval fort, whatever you're building in Minecraft. I like that. And you could even make this your own. You know, you could do things like putting snow layers on top. You could add on a little stone slab or a quartz slab on top, and boom, there, you've changed it. You've made it your own. Cool. This detailing over here by Ustin-Jay was a kind of roof trim around the side, and I really like this. Really simple, different design for his bauble. Don't know if was bauble the official word for these kind of stone balls on the end of your builds? I don't know. Anyway, I like this little bit of trim here, so we're going to learn how to do this. This is really easy. So we've got 3 blocks of quartz up like that, and then we go facing in the way with a stair, and then upside down facing in the way like that. It's not like that. Temporary blocks. We face back the way like that, back the way towards our quartz blocks. So we can get rid of that, and then it's slabs, bottom and top like that. And then again, these are easier to do. They face these 3 here, 1, 2, 3, and then a little end rod on top, and that just continues on like that, and that's your roof. And from a distance, it looks really cool because you can see the little bits of prismarine sticking through there, and it's a nice easy way of getting the gaps, these little triple gaps here, nicely spaced out. Little gap here of just double slabs there. Cool. So last tip. I'm not sure this is exactly what Ustin did because his world isn't loaded right now and I can't see it, but I like this little, you know, sometimes you have quite a big blank wall and you want to add just a touch of detail. Not too much, but just a little bit of detail here and there. So how's he done this? So a couple of buttons, 1 space apart, a hopper facing into the wall. Again, this might not be his exact design, but that's fine. I've taken a brief look at his design and I'm making something which looks a little bit similar, but it has a chance of being different because I can't quite remember exactly what he did. And then, so anvils sit on top of the buttons. Who knew? Who knew that was possible? And a hopper just facing down the way like that. I think it's cool. I like that. A little tiny detail. Where would you put that kind of thing on your build? Let me know in the comments. Hey, if you have liked this kind of video, if you're inspired and you want to build a big construction, remember the tips. You've got to start with a model. You've got to mass out your build with maybe some wool or gold or something nice and bright so you can get the general overall shape of your build. Choose a color palette, which is 2 or 3 complementary colors, and then 1 color which is kind of the opposite, just to give that kind of visual interest. Of course, it depends on your build. You've got to learn those roofs, so experiment with different angles and find things that work for you in your particular build. Hey, you're going to need to build up a reusable detail bank, things like stairs, balconies, entrances, towers. These are the things you need to learn, research, and get yourself a reusable collection. Hey, if you like this kind of video and you want me to explain more of the secrets, tips and tricks of the world's best master builders in Minecraft, then hey, head over to my patreon.com and you'll see monthly newsletters with inspiring builds in it, what I'm up to in real life, what is coming up on my channel. You can get exclusive private videos and download all of my builds every month. Thanks very much for watching. Ciao ciao, may the blocks be with you.